Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to say a little bit about my history with the voluntary work or with the helping or raising anybody else's spirit. I'm called Elizabeth Madoka and I come from Nairobi, Kenya. But my usual home is in Coast Province, that's near Mombasa. And I have lived in Nairobi, working in Nairobi. Once upon a time, let's say about some years back, I was appointed by my church to lead a children's home called St. Nicholas, and it had some orphans and some others needing other kind of help or education. And the aim is to make sure they get education, they go to school, and at the same time, we are also concerned about their parents. And we could only keep them from 4 years to 18 years. After that, they go back to their homes. But we always used to prepare them to go home during the time they are staying with us. When I was working there, again it was voluntary. When I was there, we were able to start a primary school called Good Samaritan, and it was very helpful to them because before they used to go outside and attend the classes, but now the classes and the teachers are just within. It was a great help to them. And I continued with that in helping them, in teaching them. We were doing a lot of teaching to them, sewing and other artwork, and maybe also even gardening. We are training them so that they can grow knowing some of these things. I did it for about 5 years. And after that, I was appointed again by our church. That is the time when the HIV/AIDS was very high. And the many people were getting very shy to come in front and talk to the church or tell the church members what is happening. So I was appointed to chair and to have a group of that kind. And we chose one of the slums nearby. And it was called Kuinda. So we used to go there and meet the people there, and especially the youth. And they had a lot of young men staying at home. And whenever we talked to them, they were very nice. We would hear the word of God together, we would pray together, and then we start planning all the things we can do and the things they can do so that they don't have to stay in the slums. Because within the slums, there is nothing, and it's not all that hygienic. There are quite a bit of some areas which are not very nice. And at the same time, their parents were also with them. And maybe they were too crowded, but that's their life. So what happens is we'll go there once a week. We'll go and meet them and talk to them and teach them and pray together, and then we go. Then when we come the next week, many times we used to miss some of the boys or some of the children we were working with, and we tried to find out where have they gone, what has happened. So they were telling us that many times they passed on because they were already affected by HIV/AIDS. Their parents were not those who were looking after them, and they were very kind to them, and they were very kind also to us. So now we started also teaching the caregivers, the parents, and all those who are looking after them, how to do other income-generating items or a project. We were helped by some organizations like Ford Foundation, and we were able to get materials to train the ladies how to make mats, how to make baskets, or even knitting. They were doing that. And it was great help. And the young men, they were doing other things. They had work, baskets, and things which they can also sell. At the same time, there is this slum, so we had to work hard also to see that we help them through the administration to get the proper toilets, because sometimes there is none, or is full, and yet, which is not good health for them. And after we did that, I also again did it for about 5 years, and then we returned. we returned back to the church to do the church work of the church, and at the same time we opened even a new church within the area, and it was nice because even our Archbishop came and opened it, and then it continued to be there in the slums. When I came back, then I had finished most of the work here, and we went back home because there was politics taking place, and some of us were interested, and we went back home. And as we were going around the district of Taita Taveta, we came across again very good young men in various stations, in various centers, and they were very helpful to us. Again, we would stay with them for a while, and then when we come back, we are looking for them, then they tell us, no, they passed on. Oh, now you find it hard to believe. It's now again the same story has come. They have passed on, they got HIV/AIDS, mainly because some were living on the highway or the road, and many times people coming by, they will stop and rest there, and as a result, many people will get infected, and mainly the youth, they were getting infected by HIV/AIDS. And for that case, we found it is nice now to open an organization. We opened an NGO called Tesia Sangha, that is the language of the people of that area, which they would understand. It means helping the people. And when we opened it, it was mainly to work with the HIV/AIDS programs, those who are sick, affected, and those who are not, especially the caregivers and those who are looking after them. And we were able to also to have USAID, and they were very helpful to us because these children need education. They need also to learn how to do other things for income generating. And again, we can also work with the caregivers and organize other activities. So the Tesia Isanga organization, we have some directors and some people working. And as an NGO, it is a government body where we have always to give accounts to the government. So every year we do that. And it was very helpful, and we were able to reach to so many children within our area, within that district. And even at the same time, we managed to get the World Fund, and it was very useful to the tuberculosis. And that one, we were able again to be able to reach out to many places and reach out to the youth who are suffering from tuberculosis. The trainings we were giving them mainly is with the things of locally, the things they can get. There are aloes of Kenya, there are quite a lot in that particular area. And we were able to train them, and even some of them knew, and they were starting training others how to make soaps, and they will sell, how to make creams or lotions, and they will sell, and then they started getting their own income. It was very helpful because even the people within, they also offered themselves to support them in marketing and in even selling some of their things in their shops, which I thought was very, very helpful. We used to get doctors, and we will hold a medical camp, and many will come. And in fact, that's the time many managed to be taken care of, and even we will find some of them have HIV/AIDS, and then we are directing them to the right places, to the hospitals, and training them also not to spread the disease. When we are in St. Nicholas, we were able to start some projects they could do, sewing and things like that, and we were able to dig borehole. And this borehole was very helpful to them because they could sell the water and get some income. Now, up country is teaching them how to farm and get some income, which they can use. And some of the food you are training them to grow is which will be very helpful to their health, like amarantha, and even those anything which is very healthy for their status, and they are very happy. Caregivers, you find mainly they are the old ladies, the old relatives, the grandmothers, and also they needed support because they don't have enough. So you are helping them and paying the school fees and helping them with items, books and clothes, uniforms, and it was very, very successful. We went on doing that until the time came after 5 years. Again, it has to come to an end and we start something else. What we could have started then is something which will be very useful again to the people of the area. And we thought of starting a marathon. And we were so lucky because we got some people helping us and supporting us. We did it so well. It is 15. We are doing the 15th, 16th now. We are going to do. So that means it has taken all those years and it has been going on very well. And we get support from locally with organization. And some of the people who run, the children who come to run, some have even managed to go abroad to run. And they are very happy about it. They are proud when they remember how they did it in that up country. And it is becoming very popular. Every year they wait. The people around, they wait because they also get gifts for whoever runs and has succeeded. The last time we had motorbikes and some were very happy to get them. So now there are other projects which can be very useful to the women. That means that is the direction we are heading to, the women empowerment. They want to do their own things. They want to sew their own artwork. They want to make their own baskets and sell. They want to make even soaps and things like that. They want to keep their own. They are trained how to have their own small businesses and even how to keep money. The previous weekend, we were very busy training them, training some about 30 ladies in one area and another 2 days, and they were very happy because they started getting knowledge. They started feeling that, oh, I can do that, and they're so keen to do. Then we find that those who are on this side, they're keen on something which they are aware of, and then the others are the same of the area they come from. And they're all looking forward right now. So if there is any means of empowering them, there's so much they can do because they can also start making things which can help the girls, especially the school girls, because when they are young, they don't know how to handle themselves. We train them, and then after that, help them to get towels and the things like that. And especially right now, when there is this coronavirus, and they are looking forward to, we want to train them to know how to handle it, how to stay clean, how to stay away, keep away from this disease, because we are told it doesn't, once you get it, that's the end. So again, it looks like it's another serious case. So we are looking forward, and that's why we started two weeks ago, and now we are looking forward to training them so that others can also train the others. There is so much to do up country especially, and that's why I love working with the community, because I feel those people there, they need to know more. They need it because they are so keen. They have their families, they have education nearby. These days, even electricity is so there. During early times, there was no electricity. Now they have everything to themselves. The banks, they are near, and they are all willing to do these things. So we are very happy with the little work we are doing. We have our own groups we work with. We have our staff who help us, and we always sit together as we do these courses or as we work together. So we are looking forward to this. Once we get some help, we are looking for help from here and there, so that we can buy, especially even for marathon. There are quite a number of them who want to run. The children from early stages, they want to run and become the runners of this country. Like the ones who are very good in running, they come from a particular place. And that place is the same height as where we are talking about. And it will be very great because even we tried to, if we get funds, to do a training camp where they can be training and the others can be coming and practice within that area. So that's mainly what we are doing, and we are very happy about it. And especially when we learned, we joined the Global Goodwill Ambassadors, where you have to do something. Actually, it was something like you have to do something to help somebody. And I chose to support the orphans, because I'm more or less been with the orphans in many cases. And I managed to get some orphans. We are 4 at the moment, and since we started last year, we managed with 4 right now, and we are moving forward. And these children, what we do is once we identify them from the government, we make sure they are real, have no parents. We pay their school fees, and we also give them books and everything they need. Again, we have to make sure we look after their caregivers, because many times it's either a brother or the grandparents, and we do support them, and they are very happy, and they are going on with the lessons and with the schools. And even after that, if there is any way we could help them to get jobs or things like that where they can go and work and help others, it will be very good. So we are quite busy, and we are happy because like now that one of Global Goodwill Ambassadors, it's a different group which is called Queen Esther. And this one, I can say is special because they are particularly for Global Goodwill Ambassadors who made us start this group. It has also aged people, and the ones we have at the moment, we visit them and present them with whatever is available or whichever we get. Sometimes you collect whatever you collect and they take to them. They are happy, and then they be with them and maybe pray together. And it's interesting. It is interesting, and it's very useful to them because they feel they are loved. I thank Global Goodwill Ambassadors because they have very good intention of humanitarian, and that is the whole thing. Let's help one another. Let's support one another. Let's be good to one another, because this world, we are here only for a while, and then after that we go. Let us leave good name and then move on to wherever God wants us to go. Thank you very much.